Hey Alice, how are you? It started on. Yeah, let's go and bring it in here then. Well, let's refresh the screen once and see what happens. There it is. I just had to refresh it. How many people are on? Oh, there's a number at the top. Oh, let's bring it in here. You don't have to have it in there. That was just last week when we were recording. That's right there at the top of the screen, 16 people. Hey, 16 people. Oh, you also get the live stuff if you click on it again. There you go. Now we got it live. This is sound check. So, how does it sound, everybody? Of course, it'll take 15 seconds for that to go out to space and come back again. I'll sing something. All the snow's turned to water. Christmas days have come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors. All that's left to linger on. Memories that can't be bought. They can't be won at carnivals for free. It took me years to get those souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me. I think we're ready. Welcome.
Hi,
It's Monday
everyone.
night.
It's really good to be back with you. It's good to talk with you this week. Last week we were doing a special recording for a couple shows that we had lined up, and so I couldn't talk quite as much directly to you. So tonight it's really great to be with you again. We're so happy to have you with us.
We're back on.
So thanks for being with us.
And
As always.
Did everybody say it sounded okay?
They didn't
That's-
mention it, but I hope it does.
They may not have heard me ask that.
Oh,
If they didn't, why don't you grab that
well,
again?
okay. Do you want?
Yeah,
You don't
I
want
just
to
wanna
just
make
do a
sure.
song first?
Nope, I want to make sure they could hear that little bit of John Prince's souvenirs that I did, and then we'll be ready to roll. You know, you have to do sound check before a show, right? Nothing yet. What? I think it's working. I'm seeing a sound symbol here. Oh, I got a dog. All right, thank you. So there's our puppy down there. He's got an antler in his mouth.
Thank you, Linda. I'm really excited to say hi to my son, Aram.
Hey, Aram.
Hi, Aram. We loved your tailored aerial photography
That was
today.
awesome for the Boreal bar.
The Boreal in Duluth. That was really wonderful.
So I'm going to kick this one off now.
Right.
We're going to do a Stephen Foster song to kick this off. Seems appropriate for this week.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count the many tears while we all sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty, and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale sorrow maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are old. Though her voice would be merry, just sighing all the day, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. It's a sigh that is wafted across the lowly plains. It's a wail that is heard upon the shore. It's a dirge that is murmured across the lonely grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
I got a little distracted there because our little puppy Gus, he went over and grabbed a napkin off the table and started chewing on it. So maybe you'll take that from him.
Yeah, I will do that. So the next song, just so you know, I put on the set list. We haven't done it for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
Bill wrote this song called Rainbow Weather. I will get the napkin from
While you're
Gussie.
getting a napkin from the dog, I'll try to figure out what key it's in. Yeah, I got it. So I was doing a show with Annie Inneking from Minneapolis at Chi-Chi's at Fitker's. That was the old gig we used to have a long time ago at Chi-Chi's out on the deck. And then we had this big storm came rolling through, big black cloud, and we had to quickly get all of our gear and bring it inside the bar instead. And we got all set up in there, and it was just outside there was just downpour, just torrential rain. And so we got all set up, and as soon as we got ready to go, the cloud moved out over Lake Superior. We were right on the shore of Lake Superior. And the cloud rolled out on the lake, and the sun came out again, and we had a beautiful double rainbow over Lake Superior. And so I said, well, looks like it's rainbow weather again. And then I thought, gosh, I'm going to steal that for myself. And about that same time, I went down to Coffeyville, Kansas to do a artist residency at the Coffeyville Community Club. Community college. And I met some folks there, and they put me up at their they had a little farmstead guest house that they had for traveling musicians. It was really sweet. And they owned the coffee house in the nearby town. And they had outside in the yard, they had one of those storm cellars that you use for tornadoes, kind of like on The Wizard of Oz.
Mhm.
And it was in Kansas
picture
too.
it, yep.
So all that kind of rolled into this song called Rainbow Weather.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that tuning's wrong.
Oh.
I think I must have bumped something. Looks like it's tuning weather again. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, what else can we share with you?
It's all about your gardens.
Yeah.
Kate's quite the gardener.
It's the prime time of summer right now. I can see, like, we have a lot of things blooming right now. We're still with lilacs that are fresh, that are blooming. Our lilacs are in bloom. I know down in Minneapolis they are not anymore. So I'm talking right in the mic. Hi, Mom. I hope you're watching. She wants to, well, we get a lot of nice feedback, and please give us feedback anytime. Song requests and comments about the sound. So when we're talking, we'll try to talk right into the mic. So
Yep.
Our lilacs are blooming, and we're ready to do the next song.
Yep.
Okay.
Something like that. It's dark as night in the middle of the day. Your faith and your fences been blown away. You're down in the cellar and you've locked yourself in. Ah, but it looks like it's rainbow weather again. It looks like it's rainbow weather again. Storm clouds apart and the sun will peek in. The rain will roll out on a westerly wind, and it looks like it's rainbow weather again. God said to Noah one beautiful morn, he said, Noah, get ready, for the sky will be torn. Build as I tell you, save what you can. Then wait while the rainbow weather begins. It looks like it's rainbow weather again. The storm clouds apart and the sun will begin. The rain will roll out on a westerly wind, and it looks like it's rainbow weather again. Well, trouble will come, but trouble will go. You're living in fear, but what do you know? You know that the sun's always coming, and then you know there'll be rainbow weather again. It looks like it's rainbow weather again. The storm clouds apart and the sun will begin. The rain will roll out on a westerly wind, and it looks like it's rainbow weather. Yeah, it looks like it's rainbow weather again. Storm clouds apart and the sun will begin. The rain will roll out on a westerly wind, and it looks like it's rainbow weather again.
All right. We look forward to reading the notes that you leave us from the show. So we'll be doing that after. And as I mentioned, any requests, always give us those. The next song I'd like to dedicate to Phil of Phil and Diana, because he had asked for it a few times when we were in Florida. And
They're in London.
Yep, and they'll see this tomorrow. But this is dedicated to you, Phil. I love that you ask for it. It's a special song for me. I wrote it for my very good friend of mine, best friend, Gabrielle.
I think I'll just step out there.
Okay.
behind you.
Oh, careful.
I'm sitting this one out, folks.
All right, so this is a song I wrote for my friend Gabrielle. She had lost her mother. I went to her mother's life celebration, and on the bulletin board there was an adorable photo of Gabe and her mom, and Gabe was tucked inside her mom's coat. She was, I don't know, maybe 8 months old, 6 months old. And I just love that picture. So I wrote to Gabe and had her share with me some stories about her life growing up with her mom. And I put this song together for her, and it's called Gabe's Song. When Gabrielle was just a babe, her mama tucked her in her coat, buttons fastened round them both. With a little smile she peeked out from the top of her mama's coat. A memory set in black and white, the edges yellowed over time. Now it's placed inside a box. This memory will outlive this day. Gabe dressed in black. They had a big house in the country, 2 goats, some pigs and chickens, rabbits and a pony, dogs and cats, and Gabe's own horse, dapple gray Arabian, she named Marafa. Come summertime, Gabe and her mama, they work the gardens, pick the berries just in time to do the planting and the storing for the winter months ahead. When her mama's days were few, Gabe looked back, remembering every birthday cake her mama baked from scratch. Each year the decorations different from the last. Her mama moved through her final days with a sway to a song that only she could hear. She had a little smile with the kind of grace you could hold like a china cup. And on that Christmas Eve, Gabe stayed by her mama's side. Her mama heard all of her fears and dreams. Standing by her mama's grave, the snow falls gently on her face. A tiny bird that she once saved, I see her tucked inside that coat, that little smile upon her face. All right, that's for you, Gabrielle. And if we don't have a big accident here,
Oh, no, it'll just be a little accident. Can't go very far.
there's only so much room in
Yeah,
this
more-
giant house of ours.
Get more room in the Crew Dragon spaceship.
This next song will most likely be on every set list that we have as we're doing this and as we sing live as well. It's Bill's song called Weightless. Linda and Pete, I hope you enjoy this. I know you will. It's one of my most favorite songs that Bill has written. And as I've mentioned before, it was the title cut of his very first CD called Weightless. So, and I moved this over to me a little bit, so you want to center that
Oh,
again.
all right. So I read the comments and everything. Thank you, and so great to see a lot of you here. Some are first timers, and so this is in tune.
All right.
Hang on, hang on. Oh, I know what happened. I trimmed my nails. Couldn't quite reach. When I was 9, I got a pony. I brushed and rode him every day. But in my teens, I got distracted. I knew my dad would haul the hay. I was gone when Daddy sold him, hanging downtown every day. Another kid would feed and ride him. What we don't love will surely slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I just push off and take to flight. But that was all before the hurting wrapped its weight around my night. Now my feet are firmly planted. The sailing ship stays anchored in the bay. I still recall those dreams, but knowing the memories will fade, slip away, slip away. The memories will fade and slip away, slip away. The memories will fade and slip away. I always thought that I could fix it, but there it's shattered on the floor. Its shape is gone, I don't remember what part goes where now anymore. Everyone thought ours was lovely, and round so long it's bound to stay. But we both knew its days were numbered. We lost our grip and let it slip away, slip away. We lost our grip, let it slip away, slip away. We lost our grip, let it slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I just push off and take to Thank you, everybody.
All right. I had a song on the list for the next duet that we were going to share together, but I'm going to switch it out.
Oh.
I'm going to do public radio.
Oh, okay.
Aram, if you're still there, this is for you. I know
So-
you like this song.
We have a great community public radio station in our town called KUMD.
I'm getting a T-shirt, by the way. Excuse me. They're on their pledge drive this week.
That's right.
And I actually haven't seen the T-shirt, but I keep hearing about it on the radio, and I'm so excited to get it.
Who designed it?
It's something about roots, and it has a tree, and then it has like a spider coming, or some kind of
Was it,
insect. Anyway, I'm very excited. I have to go pick it up.
Is it Itsy Bitsy Spider?
No.
Oh, that would have been a water spout, not
Yeah.
a tree.
But anyway, I think you should do the level where you get the T-shirt, because I think it's going to be really a great T-shirt. I will wear it next Monday.
If you get it by then.
I will. I'll go pick it up.
So back when I was in KUMD stands for UMD is University of Minnesota Duluth, and so that's about 3 miles from here, probably over the hill, and that's where I went to college. And when I was a freshman in college, a friend of mine was a station manager at KUMD, and at that time they only broadcast jazz and classical music. That was it. That was the whole thing. And I was listening to KAAY, Little Rock, and WLS in Chicago, and I was thinking, like, gosh, it'd be nice to have a radio show like that here. And the station had a lot of really interesting albums that they never used, but they were just sent to them because they're a radio station. So I went to my friend and I said, hey, how about if I do a show like Tuesday night at 11 o'clock, and I'll use some of these albums and the barking dogs too. And so he said, sure. So it was called Now Sounds, and that was kind of a 1969 kind of name of a show. It sounded like something from London.
Yeah.
Now Sounds with Manfred Mann and Jerry and the Pacemakers. So I got that show going, and then moved it up to Saturday night from 11 till 3 in the morning. And we also did our first live music on the Rose Haney and I, my former musical partner, and she and I performed live on that show as well. And we also had my friend Jim Hall come in and do some live music. So that was the origins of alternative radio in Duluth, and I was young and inexperienced. So we're doing so. I was
Right.
fast forward to 2001, and I was doing an interview on KUMD for my first CD release of Weightless, and Kate heard me, and the rest is history.
Yes, it is.
1, 2, 3, 4. I had just returned to music after 20-something years. I recorded my first album, filled with hope and love and tears.
I was driving down from Hawk Ridge, listened to a local show, heard his voice in songs and stories. There on public radio, public radio. I heard it first on public radio, public radio. The songs of life on public radio.
At the venue I was singing when I saw her sitting there, sort of pensive and contemplative, with her feet up on a chair. Traveled into thoughts and feelings, places where my mind would go, from the lyrics of those sweet songs, thanks to public radio, public radio. I heard it first on public radio, public radio. Songs of life on public radio. Before. Then what happened? I went up and bought an album, asked him if he'd sign it too, put my address on his mail list. So of course I proposed to you. We met first to have some coffee. Oh yeah, you know how our story goes. Now we're singing songs together here on public radio, public radio. I heard it first on public radio, public radio. The songs of life on public radio. this yet. We actually had a request for this, and I forgot that we had. And so because of that song, which I wrote that trying to make it sound like a radio jingle, you know, and so I thought that'd be a good match. And but interestingly, right after I wrote that, and before we even recorded it, we were doing a house concert, and a lady heard it she was an advertising exec, and she heard it at the house concert and wrote to me and said, "Would you be interested in writing a jingle for one of my clients, and for a TV commercial?" So she sent me the ideas, and I wrote a draft of it and recorded it, and sent it back to her. It was just a mediocre recording, I think, with my headset on my computer, and she approved it. She said, "Yes, it's exactly what we want. Go into production," and so.
Let's sing it.
So that was recorded in our basement, except for the fiddle part. April Virch played a fiddle on it, but actually she was in China when we started the project, and we couldn't get her. And so we had arranged for another fiddler, and that person was very busy at the time and couldn't get to it. And then we got an email from April saying, "I'm back. Do you want me to do the commercial still?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely." So she recorded her part in a local studio in Pembroke, Ontario.
Yes, she did.
Dear friend April Virch.
Yep.
So and watch for her live. She's doing some live stuff too. It's really great. And
That's April Virch.
April Virch, VERCH. Here's the commercial.
Take it away.
I will.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Playing, popping, wagging, napping. Life is good on a sectional. Reading, tossing, kissing, laugh it up. Life is good on a sectional. Sectionals at Slumberland. It's a lot of real estate for a small price.
Yes, it is.
And they were very good to us. We bought our bed there after that.
We're going to do in a town this size. I don't have a pick.
Oh, we're going to do in a town this size
Yeah,
here? You can
okay.
use one of mine. I have another pick right over here.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to use a little heavier pick this time.
We haven't done this next one for a while. When we have shows at different places, we do a few cover tunes. And this one, who wrote this one?
Kieran Kane.
Oh, you're right. And it's called "In a Town This Size." So
I want to mention, I saw our friend Bill commented on our one camera looks blue. That's all we could get out of it. I worked on it for about an hour. This one over here. Oh, now it's really dark
Ooh,
too.
hi.
You know, maybe I can fix that.
Let's not worry about it.
All right. That's really dark.
We can just have a different world.
Just give me a second.
All right.
Just give me a second.
Bill will be doing his audition pretty soon for the part of Scrooge, and we'll see how it goes. If he gets the part, he'll keep his hair growing long. If he doesn't, probably get a haircut at Lakeside Barber, which is only a mile away at the most. We like to promote our local businesses and radio stations and all that. So, all right.
What key are we in? Oh, yeah, that's the one.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a smoky bar, in the backseat of your car, in your own little house, someone's sure to find you out. What you do and what you think, what you eat and what you drink. If you smoke a cigarette, they'll be talking about your breath. In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss
in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. Well, I had me a fight with my boyfriend last night before the moon went down. It was all over town.
How I made her cry. How she said goodbye. If it's true or not, doesn't seem to count a lot in a town this size. There's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size. In a town this size. We were a little cramped there. I was worried about my hand getting hit, and I missed a couple
It's going to
notes.
be like that all
I'm looking
night.
for an excuse all the time.
This we're about halfway through the show right now, and we usually put hobos in the roundhouse halfway through the show. And a lot of you know this song. Sing along with us.
Kind of excited. We don't have a crew of people working for us. We don't have a publicist. We don't have an agent. We don't have a manager, and it shows. And we do it ourselves. And even our recording, I'm the engineer and the producer for the albums. And you just learn how to do stuff. And like you learn how to live stream and learn how to get your sound adjusted over the period of weeks. And guys, remember when we first started and that automatic focus on the cell phone was woo, 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 woo. And so we got that all resolved. And so what was I going to say about that? Oh, so we were just completely honored to find out that the Minnesota Bluegrass magazine, and we're members of the Minnesota Bluegrass and Old Time Music Association. And we just learned that their summer festival is canceled. That's in August. It's just a wonderful, wonderful festival. Last year we got to see Ricky Skaggs headline it, but the Doyle Lawson and even our local bands like Sarah May and the Brooklyn Boys and Monroe Crossing, our dear friends. It's just wonderful to hang out. It's a family event, and dogs are welcome there, but not in the festival grounds themselves. Shh. I don't know what he's hearing, but he's barking at nothing. Like that Grand Funk Railroad song, the dog is out there barking, something he can't see. Only he's in here barking. Oh, he's going to get a little screen time. Oh, there we go.
All right.
So
Might take away from the song.
Might take a
I
little bit
better
away
put him
from the
back.
song. That's all right. He's a little hobo.
Is it okay?
Well, he's named Gus too, which is he named after my grandfather from this song. I was going to say, so Minnesota Bluegrass Magazine, which is a monthly magazine, is going to do a cover story on me and Kate, and Kate and me too, and for all of us, all four of us. And so we're just honored. Had a great interview with Brian, and we're getting it finished up and sent some pictures in, and so we're looking. I don't know when it's going to be on, but it'll be pretty soon. So thanks again to Doug Lohman and Brian and all the wonderful folks at Mabama. We've been members for a long time there, and we're not bluegrass musicians necessarily. We do some bluegrass stuff, but they accept bluegrass bands and old time bands, like our dear friends Curtis and Loretta. They're considered old time even before they were old time, and also so bluegrass, old time, and related fields. So and then we figured we're in the related fields because we're married.
So we're related.
We're related, yeah. So here's Hobos in the Roundhouse. I had a huge blessing. Monroe Crossing was playing there last year and at the festival, and I got up close to the stage, and they did Hobos in the Roundhouse and gave me the high, the shout out, and it was pretty emotional to have them singing that song. They do a high tenor version that's really awesome. It's just wonderful. And there's a lot of other people that have recorded it as well. Hollywood actor Ronnie Cox and again, since we don't have publicists, this is just from word of mouth. So here's I thank all of you for helping get the word out about our music and for supporting us. People have been very generous with us with their donations, and we appreciate that very, very much. There's a note at the top of the feed about that, and also there's a link at the top of the feed for our after party. We're going to have a Zoom after party, and this time I'm doing it on my computer so I can see everybody. And so last time I was kind of rushed it and got it on my phone, but I have it all ready to go now, and there's a link up there. I don't think you need the password, but it's there in case you need it. And
we don't expect
Bill Kate.
We don't expect that at all. But when we get these notes in the mail, it's just great. You have a physical note from someone, and it's just a great way to be in touch, and we love it. So thank you so much. We really
the U.S. Treasury even sent us a check.
I'll be right back.
From 7 to 7, every night of the week, fixing trains in the roundhouse, I work on my feet. And I told my children, I hope the bed bugs don't bite, 'cause I got hobos sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. From Akron and Hinckley, Prairie du Chien, they are soldiers and lawyers, I believe what they're saying. And I'll rouse them at 4 and they'll head down the line. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be all right. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Well, they hired a new man to work as a guard. Every morning at sunrise, he checks out the yard. But for now, I won't trust him, though he seems pretty nice. 'Cause I got hobos sleeping roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads. Sorry about that. On your old knapsack pillows, in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be all right. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Well, I asked my Savior, what should I do if I'm caught helping hobos? My job could be through. And I heard the answer so clear and so bright. Are my hobos sleeping in your roundhouse tonight? Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Good night, boys.
I'd like to make a note, a hello to Phil Lowther. We know this song is very special to you and Paula. So I just want to say hello to you and hope you're doing well. That's for you. We're doing That's How She Seems next. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, was that song was for Phil and Paula?
Yeah, hobos.
Okay, got it.
I'm sorry.
Right.
That was, I don't think you've ever missed us singing that, Phil. So.
So, in the winter we spend at least 3 months at the Oscar Scherer State Park in Osprey, Florida, which is south of Sarasota, north of Fort Myers, where we're the resident musicians and we perform 4 times a week. And we just absolutely love it. It's a volunteer thing we do. And we live in the park for that whole time and we hike a lot. And and go out with friends. We go out and socialize. And until they said, oh yeah, that's a dog walking by. Hey, hon? Yeah. Maybe you could pull that shade down so you can't see the dogs walking by. That might help, I think. Sure. And Lacey barked in between the songs. So there's something else I was going to say. Our summer. All of our gigs this summer have been canceled except for July 2nd in Siren, Wisconsin. It's a park show. And that's going to be weather dependent. There's no indoor option there. So if it gets canceled, it gets canceled. But we're hoping for the best on the weather. Most days are nice. And that's it for the summer for us. We are starting to get inquiries for late in the summer as things open up. Now, we have a regular Thursday night gig, but we're not having it because of the restrictions they had in Minnesota. But those are changing now, so we'll see about that. But it'll be on our website. If we haven't even put that on our website because I didn't want to write canceled like 13 times for the whole summer. And so I suppose if I had a manager, I would. So this is a song I wrote about Kate before I met her. Yeah, well, I know what I was going to say. I was thinking about it during that last song. I should have been thinking about the song, but it was in between things. I know there's a number of musicians, friends of ours, that are performing, singer-songwriters, that are listening in and watching in tonight. And we want you to identify yourselves and make a note for everybody else about when you're going to be doing your live shows next. I know John from Story Hill was watching a little while ago anyway, and we want you to all give a chance to tell our audience about what you're doing. And
yes, good idea.
So
yeah, we like to connect
yep.
for sure, and we'd love to watch you as well. So let us know.
So I was at right after 9/11. I had a business conference. I used to be an IT guy, and I was down in. I was working at the time temporary job for an insurance company, and I was sent down to Orlando to go to a conference on database insurance industry database drill downs. And I was in the conference room. You get those conference rooms, all the tables are spread out like that, and there's a projector up on the screen, and you have these jugs of ice water on the table with glasses, and everybody's got their notepads and everything, and they were doing. And I was at Disney World, and Disney World was like, everybody was like, that's the next place that's going to get hit by the terrorists. So nobody went there. People were canceling their vacations. And somebody said, you can go in the park now and never have to wait in line for any of the rides. You can just go right through the whole park and just go on all the rides in a very short amount of time. And that idea of waiting in line got into my head. And I thought about the metaphor of waiting in line for finding love in your life. And so this is my fictitious song here, and it's called That's How She Seems.
It's a great song.
laughs like a child on a carnival ride. At least that's how she seems to me. She brings things to mind that I left far behind, whole chapters of my history. With the wisdom of sages, she turns the pages and reads me with her honesty. I read the
I don't know. I don't remember.
And she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. Yeah, that was not the right verse.
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't write it.
It's been a while since I've done this. Maybe I can recover the first verse and do it last.
Yeah.
She laughs like a child on a carnival ride. At least that's how she seems to me. She throws back her head as she falls on the bed, her spirit unfettered and free. The few that have known her, they all have shown her what they thought was her place to be. But she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. She laughs like a child on a carnival ride. At least that's how she seems to me. She brings things to mind that I left far behind, old chapters of my history. With the wisdom of sages, she turns the pages, reads me with her honesty. Then she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. I'm going to do that first verse.
Oh, you got it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
She laughs like a child on a carnival ride. At least that's how she seems to me.
Brings things to mind.
No, I already did that one. It's 10.
You did them all. You really did.
No, I'm going to get this one. It's just one about waiting in line. She's waiting in line.
Just thought of how great it could be.
She thought of how great it could be.
Yeah. You did that.
Through the years of hard loving, the pushing, the shoving, she held on to her dignity. Then she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. I won't try to change her, cut and arrange her. She's weaving her own tapestry. And she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. Yeah, she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me. Yeah, she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems. Yeah, that's how she seems. That's how she seems. What was that one line? No, I missed the beginning of that first verse. At least that's how she seems to me. Oh yeah, I got it. She laughs like a child on a carnival ride. At least that's how she seems to me. There you go. I got it. Each lonely time she was waiting in line, she thought of how great it could be. Through the years of hard love, pushing the shoving, she held on to her dignity. And she laughs like a child on a carnival ride. That's how she seems to me.
All right.
I got it, pieced it together, kind of like hobos and roundhouse last week. Interesting thing, last week we were recording that show for other purposes, and so I had to go back in there and cut that and paste it in.
Right.
So we're recording tonight's show too. I'm going to post it onto YouTube, and so I'll be doing that tonight because our friends Phil and Diana like to watch it on their big screen TV in London. Oh yes, international acclaim.
We meet a lot of wonderful people when we go down to Florida. A lot of wonderful people here too. So all over the place.
Except for this guy.
Oh,
So-
are you kidding?
So no, we were. So we do a lot of hiking now. We live by Hawk Ridge, like Duluth. it goes up like 600 feet above Lake Superior. And I found this trail that goes right from near our, like 2 blocks from our house. And it goes right up through the woods up to Skyline Drive. Up
I'm
on
nervous what you're going to
Hawk
say.
Ridge. Oh yeah, you weren't there. And so I took the dogs there the other day, and it takes all along. It's a dirt road most of the time, and it brings you all along Skyline Drive. And yeah,
No,
I'm
it's
telling that story. Yeah, so I'm telling it. And it goes on for a couple, like 2.5 miles. You get to, it's called Seven Bridges Road. And Phil and Paula know that 'cause we took them there last year. And it's got 7 beautiful stone bridges from back in the during the Depression, during the WPA years. And so I'm just walking the dogs down, and they've closed this road. Normally, the upper part of it's closed for the winter because of the snow. But they decided to keep the Seven Bridges Road part closed all the way down to where the houses are for during the pandemic. So people have more places to walk, and they aren't down. We have a place called the Lake Walk, and that's kind of under construction. It's a little bit crowded. So they opened up 2 sections, one of Skyline Drive and all of Seven Bridges Road to hike. And I'm walking the dogs down there, and I look, and there's the old original winter roadblock that's halfway up. And I look, and there's a motorcycle coming up with a passenger on it. And he comes up, and I put my hand out, and I said, I don't know if you know this, but this road is closed. I mean, he just drove around the roadblock that says road closed on it. And he goes, oh, what? I don't know that. I said, yeah, you just drove by the roadblock. And he goes, no, they just forget to take those down. And so I had this bit of a conversation with him. And so anyway, I finally went my way. And a bicyclist came up right after him. And I said, well, that was interesting. He goes, yeah, they're on their way. So apparently somebody called it in. He wasn't going fast, I have to say that. And so that's my story about the motorcycle on the closed road. And he had to go through 2 of those roadblocks that said road closed. I looked back at the bottom one when I got down where the cars were, and I thought, he knew what he was doing.
All right. I'd like to share with you a Gillian Welch song. It's beautiful. We love singing it, and
Let me just check I think I'm set.
all right. I am an orphan on God's highway, but I'll share my troubles if you go my way. I have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. I have had friendships, pure and golden, but the ties of kinship, I have not known them. I know no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. But when he calls me, I will be able to meet my family at God's table. I'll meet my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. No more an orphan girl. Oh, blessed Savior, make me willing. Walk beside me when till I'm with them. Be my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I am an orphan girl. Be my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I am an orphan girl.
Alrighty. That is a dark camera, isn't it?
It is a dark camera.
Yeah, maybe I might just buy another one of these instead. I like having the two camera thing. Gives a little variety. Kind of like you're in a studio, but we're in a living room. Kate painted these pictures, by the way.
Yes, I did.
And if you look, this is a monstera right here. And there it is right there.
Right here.
And
Woo!
this one over here is a fiddle leaf fig. That's right over here.
Yep. And this is a rubber tree plant, and that's actually in the corner, but you can't see it. But anyway, we have a business called Duluth Living Walls. They're plant walls, which we do as much as we can. We had a request for this song, Bob and Aileen.
Oh.
It's called Tonight in My Dreams.
Oh,
David
yeah.
Francie. I have to say, okay, when I first heard David Francie on the radio, I loved what I heard. I called the station back when you did that, found out it was David Francie. So recently, I was listening to Radio Heartland at home here, and I heard a song that I loved, but I didn't know it was David Francie, but I loved it, and I checked my phone, of course, to see, because they let you know what they're playing.
Called the online playlist.
Yeah, and it was David Francie. He sounded just a little bit different, but I loved the song, and I checked it out, and it's David Francie again.
See what a success has done to him. It makes him sound different.
So this song
we've
is...
done a couple shows with him.
Yeah. This song we put... Bill decided we could do it as a duet, right?
Yeah, it was just so much fun. He does a little bit different, a little slower, and I just thought this sounds like a really cool honky-tonk song, and so he's Canadian, and
I don't play on this.
and our friend, Canadian friend April Virch also played on this on the record, and we just had a lot of fun with this song. It's not very long, and I think he was hitting on a woman, and because he was trying to run off with Kate during our show. I remember that, yeah. And I think he was actually maybe he wrote it about you. Maybe you said, "Yeah, in your dreams," and then he thought, "I can handle that. I'm a songwriter."
Yeah.
No, I think he wrote it before we met.
Yeah, he did.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And Margie and Steve, if you're watching...
Now this is for Bob and Aileen
I know.
because, particularly because Bob is in Canada. He's a Canadian, and his wife Aileen is in Wisconsin. She's an American, and they haven't been able to be together since the middle of March because of the border closing. Well, they just announced today that they're going to let families cross the border now. Yep. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight? Saw you tonight in my dreams. Tell me, baby, would it be okay? We can get back home by the break of day. If I saw you tonight? Saw you tonight in my dreams. I am no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. We can go out carrying on, just dance until dawn with the radio on. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. We could be dancing to a radio tune, I'll kiss you all night by the light of the moon. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. I am no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight in my dreams. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. So,
Yes, sir. So this next song I put on the list, I was looking
Oh,
through
yeah.
some of Bill's songs and decided I would add this. He hasn't done it for a while. It's a song that I really love. I don't sing on it, so I'll go out in the audience and listen. It's called "She Kissed Me in the Morning." And if you all know who Michael Johnson, who unfortunately passed away about 4 years ago,
no, just about 2 years ago.
two. Oh, it always seems longer. It seems I always go longer because anyway.
Yeah, be
But
safe.
anyway, we got to know Michael a bit and so much enjoyed getting to know him, his humor and his company, and just loved his personality. So we miss him, and he sings harmonies on this with Bill, and plays his classical guitar on the recording. So it's beautiful. It's called "She Kissed Me in the Morning."
Yeah, and he was a dear friend. He sat right over there, and many times and drank wine late into the night with me, and stayed with us a bunch of times, and came out to our cabin and recorded this song with me, and very honored to have that happen. So here's "She Kissed Me in the Morning." She kissed me in the morning, but I went along my way through the alabaster cities, beneath the burdens of the day. Through the years as I was going, this thought was never far away, that she had kissed me in the morning, but I went along my way. If your days are fraught with struggle, complication, toil, and strife, what you have and what you have not have come to redefine your life. Through the years as you are going, a double debt you'll have to pay. If she had kissed you in the morning, but you went along your way. The shadows stretch across the landscape. Frogs and crickets sing their tunes. As the day fades into evening, still beneath the stars and moon, there she meets me in the twilight and touches me as if to say that she was watching, ever waiting, as I went along my way. There she meets me in the twilight and touches me as if to say that she was watching, ever waiting, as I went along my way. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
A couple of flubs in there, but that's okay.
It's
I
a
haven't done
pretty
it very
song.
often.
I'd like to say hi, Mom. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. And I'd like to have a special hi as well to Dad and Barbara. Hope you're doing well. It's so fun to know that you're with us, all of you. We are going to. I had a song I was going to do in the set list here, but I changed it up.
Were there any requests?
I didn't see any.
Okay.
No. And remind us if you have any requests, let us know. I can go look at the notes. But I'm doing this. We're doing this song because I think you all like to sing along to it, and it's called Floodwaters, and this is for you, Gail. I got a note in the mail. I love getting physical notes in the mail. And Gail, thank you for your note, and it means a lot to us that if there's a song that we have, if it does something for you, touches you, it really means a lot. And we love singing this song too. It's called Floodwaters, and so sing along with us.
Getting a kick out of some of the comments. I'll write back later on. My high school classmates are saying hi to each other. All right.
So it starts with the chorus, and as you'll catch on, it goes through the chorus a couple times later. So
And you mentioned the video?
I didn't. I forgot.
okay, well.
I was going to. But
Yeah, a cool thing happened. That a group of 21 musicians got together and took this song and did a compilation video. And if you go to my site and just scroll down, or just Google "Song of the North Country Floodwaters," you'll find the video here on Facebook or on what's it called? YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you, I don't know if you caught all that, but if you go to Bill's site on Facebook, Bill
You
Isles.
have to scroll pretty far down, but
If
if you just Google "Song from the North Country Floodwaters," you'll
Floodwaters.
find it. It's had over 34,000 views, I think, already.
We always want to give a shout out and a big, huge thank you to Timothy Sodengroves. He did an incredible job on the project. So, and of course, all the musicians that are in it. So anyway, we so
Hey,
wonderful.
maybe we do have people.
All right, so sing with us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. You've been torn from your home on the high ground all alone, watching as the waters rise, as the tears fall from your eyes. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. Memories you kept in frames, things you thought would never change. Your morning what was never said, now it's washed along the riverbed. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those floodwaters take your song away. Yes, there's a song you used to sing, sweet Redeemer rescuing. Lift your head and sing it now. The sun is breaking through the clouds. Don't go down by the bridge. Stay up high on the ridge. Don't let those floodwaters waters carry you away. There's a song you used to sing before you lost everything. Don't let those flood waters take your song away. Don't let those flood waters take your song away. Good job, everyone. Thank you. All right. Well,
Am I doing Take It As It Comes
yes,
now?
you
You're
are.
going to sit another one out? Or are you going to
Well, I
sing
didn't
along on
mean
it?
to.
Why don't you just try to sing on it?
I'll try.
All right. We're going to jam a little bit here now. I got to get my capo on
Do you
here.
want me to play a guitar along with you?
No. If you could play the cello, that would be fine. Actually, the flute would work well. You do play the flute, and the flute would work well in this song.
Next one of these weeks, I'll do that. It's like this.
Yeah, I had to play guitar at the same time.
Yeah, that's tough stuff.
So here's a song called Take It As It Comes. I missed my day in court today, 'cause my truck was overheating. So I pulled in by a stream and parked. It was just what I was needing. I've learned to take it as it comes. There's just no use in worrying about it now. Take it as it comes. Tomorrow has a way of changing. Anyhow. Threw me off there.
I know.
Like, that's good. Maybe you could do the solo break too.
Yeah, I will.
With your. I picked an apple that was hanging over me, but it was sour, so I threw it in the river. And I thought of how she made me feel, of the life I tried to give her. I've learned to take it as it comes. There's just no use in worrying about it now. Take it as it comes. Tomorrow has a way of changing. Anyhow. And as I watched that apple float away, this thought occurred to me, that its seed may end up in the belly of a fish, or grow into a tree. I've learned to take it as it comes. There's just no use in worrying about it now. Take it as it comes. Tomorrow has a way of changing. Tomorrow has a way of changing. Tomorrow has a way of changing. Anyhow. Thanks, everybody. So that's called Take It As It Comes. I was sitting on the bank of the North St. Vrain River, north branch of the St. Vrain River in Alliance, Colorado, when I wrote that. Didn't write the music at that time. I wrote the poetry that became the song. But there actually was an apple in the song and on the shore, and I did throw it in the river and watched it bobble away.
Well, we're getting to the end of the show already, and we really love being with you on Monday nights. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your comments. Any song requests, please put those on for next week. We take notes and make sure we do those for you. So thank you for being with us. We're going to share with you a song called Love is Meant to Be.
Oh, yeah, I remember how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's riding on the wind. It's running down the trail. It's falling to the earth with the rain and hail. It's in the budding trees, the buzzing of the bees. It's in the loving way that you look at me. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. It's in the sweet desire. It's stirring up the choir. It's beating like a drum round the holy fire. It's weaving in the loom. It's growing in the womb. It's in the way you move across this room. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. It's in the painter's eye. It's in that last goodbye. When the body falls and the spirit flies. It's what has always been and what will always be. The magic of this thing between you and me. I can feel it all around me. I can feel your life surround me. It's the way that love is meant to be. Oh, thank you. I think I hear people yelling, encore, encore.
More.
More Kate, more Kate.
Yeah. We know you guys. No, we appreciate you.
All right, so we're back. And we're going to do Edie Brickell. This is often the way we end our shows is with Love is Meant to Be. And then, because that wakes everybody back up again.
Yeah.
And then we'll finish it off because we're partying with our friends, except for those that are staying for the after party on Zoom. There's a link up at the top. You can go on that. It'll give me a minute to get set up, but then you'll find it. It'll just say waiting for host or something like that. And we'll have a little party. And I have to pour something first, and then we'll get started. So this is going to be a song by Edie Brickell and Steve Martin that Kate recorded on her solo album, even though it is, we turned it into a duet for that album.
So this is to you, our friends. It's called Friend of Mine. You've been a friend of mine for such a long, long time. Made me laugh and seen me cry. Called me to say hi.
The world is such a crazy place, full of joy and pain. What would I do without you? here to keep me sane.
I've seen revolving doors. I've been a stepping stone. I don't know what I did wrong, why they left me alone.
When everybody lets me down, you lift me up again. What would I do without you? My old faithful friend. You've been a friend of mine for such a long, long time. Made me laugh and seen me cry. Called me to say hi. What would I do without you?
Thank you for being with us.
The dogs, maybe, they'll take a bow. Wow.
Wow.
Bow wow.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us, and we look forward to next week. Send us notes. Send me mail. Write me a note.
I did see our friend Charlie Roth posted that he does a show of a few songs every afternoon. And so look back on the scroll and you'll find his information on that, our good buddy from St. Cloud. And I have to look at the rest of them, see if anybody else did. But if they did, they're friends of ours. They're worth listening to.
Yeah, we'll share with you next week once we get more on the ball with who's doing what. So.
Yeah. What else we have to say on this part of it?
I don't know.
I think we schedule these for the rest of the summer, all the way every Monday night.
Oh.
And the only thing that could interfere with this is that when we go back to the park next winter, is we have campfire music every Monday night.
Yeah.
And I suppose we could bring along a smartphone and just broadcast that.
Yeah, that's fun. Campfire music. We have guests that join us and they do their music and it gets pretty wild and crazy. So.
Crazy. Yep.
Anyway, thank you for being with us.
Signing off, but signing back on to Zoom.